Is it weird wrong for a 27-year-old guy to date a 20-year-old woman? I'm a 27-year-old guy. I've never had many girlfriends, I've been mostly shy. Through my friends at church I met this woman that's 20. She's so sweet and a little shy with a cute personality. She's beautiful with natural reddish blonde hair and blue eyes. Recently we kissed. It was my first ever time to kiss somebody, but I didn't tell her that. It felt nice and now I feel this connection with her. Anyway, I really like her and want her to be my girlfriend. I want to ask, but do you think the age thing is a big issue? Yes, I'm 7 years older, but she probably has more dating experience. She works at a restaurant and goes to college part-time online. Should I ask her? Would it be okay or creepy? Or should I just try to forget about her? An important thing you've mentioned is that she is going to college. Working and going to college at the same time is a big time commitment. Plus, who knows where she will be after she finishes. Since she is younger, she might want different things from her life as you. Might be in a different place. I'm not saying not to go for it, but just keep these things in mind when asking her out early dating. Make sure to talk about them. So much depends on individual circumstances here, as with most things. You're both adults, but 7 years makes a big difference in the 20s. However, in your case you're less experienced with relationships, so that's an equalizer. But, since you are older, just be mindful of not trying to act like you automatically know better than her at other things. Listen to her, be respectful, take her seriously. Then you should be fine. If you had more relationship experience than her though, I personally would less approving of the age difference. Since you asked, what you need to do is have a conversation with her about life goals. Where do you guys want to work? Do you want to move to another state? Do you want kids or are you child-free? What do you like to do in your free time? Do you want any pets in the future? How will you split bills and chores when she's just getting her first job? Do you both want marriage or no marriage? These things you pretty much have to be on the same page about, especially marriage and kids. Those two things cannot be compromised on. Is it wrong? No. But that age gap might be bigger than you initially think. 20-year-olds go through a lot of changing in a short period of time a lot of times, and depending on where you're at in life that might not work out for you. Plus, if you want to have kids, she might not be ready to have them for another 5-10 years. This passes the smell test. Ages aren't that far apart, you met organically through friends, everyone is an adult. Age gaps are really big when you're younger, 20 to 27, but are more common as you age 40 to 47. In other words, the age gap kinda narrows over time. As for a 27-year-old dating a 20-year-old, for me, it's a stretch, as where you are in life is a lot different than her. However, I know many young girls, in her age group, who want an older and more established guy than their 20-year-old counterparts. Yeah, they want to skip renting apartments while saving and go straight to home. Or, another way to look at it is maturity and job positions. Hope you have managed to generate one of the most conflict-filled comment sections I've seen in a while. If you're really unsure about what to do, I would keep being friends with 20F until the connection grows stronger. People can find love interest in many places, just make sure you're doing what's best for you and her. You're both adults. What you do is up to you, both of you. I'm 27 and would find this difficult. You're in different phases of life. I'd never date a 20-year-old at 27 BC, that's weird for me personally, but I'd never judge someone in that relationship. Yes, it's only ethical to date someone born on exactly the same day as you, with exactly the same IQ and who makes exactly the same amount of money as you. I think the question you should be asking yourself is, why am I drawn to someone so much younger and I assume more mature and experienced than yourself? Nothing wrong with a 7-year age gap, as long as you're both adults. It is not a difference of age, it is a ratio. 7 years when you are over 40 is irrelevant. By 20, it is a world. She will change deeply at least 2 times before reaching her 27. Her psychosociologic development is not done and yours is done very recently. Please don't marry or be pregnant before she is 25. If she is the one, you can wait. If she is not, your breakup will be easier. I don't think morally it's much of an issue. She is old enough to make decisions. But I have to say, maturity-wise, she can't even legally drink yet. So she may not be ready for a serious commitment, and you are at a point in life that you have to consider your future and where it's going. I can't say it's a great idea to date this person, especially if you are insecure about your standing in the world. Once I passed 25 and my common sense kicked in, I stopped dating people that were under the legal drinking age because that was a way to reduce the amount of immature behavior I had to tolerate. Childishness is fun, immaturity is not. I'm 27, and though you seem genuine, I wouldn't. Even though you're both adults, so much change happens between 20 and 27. When I think of the people who pursued me, my friends in college in their late 20s or 30s, I really question why they weren't pursuing people in the same life stage. That's not to say there aren't exceptions, of course, this has just been my experience. Her ways of life may be a little different because she's not that far into adulthood, so you should keep that in mind. Also, you should take a look into her mind, ask her if she even wants or is even looking for a relationship, or if she's just wanting to live life. I know at 20 I was ready to settle down, but not everybody is like that at all. Just ask her some things you want to know to see if you both can move forward. I'm 26F, dated at 20F. Don't sow it. Once the honeymoon period ends, you start seeing immature very quickly. Terrible decision making and communication skills. Maybe it'll work out, so follow her heart, but I wouldn't. Sounds like you're too intimidated by women who are her age. Work on that instead. Yes. I've come to the conclusion that it's not so much the number of years that's the issue. It's where you are in brain development. The prefrontal cortex doesn't fully mature until the mid to late 20s, around 25 or older, so your brain is likely fully or nearly fully matured, but still has at least 5 years left, probably longer. My blood brother is born in 1995 and is engaged to a chick born in 2003. I cut him off and my mother doesn't speak to him unless it's about work, something to think about. I've heard for ages that men should use the half your age 7 rule. So in this instance, half your age is 13.57 is 20.5. We don't round to a whole number, so you're just within the supposed limit. Also, jokes aside, if you're both adults and as long as you're both mature, you'll be fine. Yeah, it's bad. No. Experience is more important than age. Sounds like you have the same amount of experience. Yes, it's weird. It's not the worst thing in the world, but there's absolutely a maturity gap between a 20-year-old and someone who's almost 30. People will definitely downvote this, but whatever. Don't overthink this, you are both adults. If your lifestyles match and you both feel good when around each other, there is no reason to use numbers and math to rule this out. Hope everything works out for you too. Yes, it's perfectly fine. But often on Reddit you'll find people obsessed with stupid rules like +7 or accusations of pedophilia with zero knowledge of the meaning of that word. You two kids just go and have fun. Her frontal lobe hasn't finished developing. She's still growing. You sound mentally like you're 20, so it will probably be fine. Bro, just date her. Simple as that. The age thing isn't weird, go for it. Would you be asking the same question if it were the other way round? Person shrugging, fair skin. You are both consenting adults, it's up to you both to decide if the age gap between you is too much. Don't leave it to Reddit's keyboard warriors to dictate your chance at happiness or not. It's not weird or wrong. The fact that this has to be asked is weird. Yes. She is pretty still a child. You are closer to 30. You are an adult. It comes off predatory. Find someone your age.